Alright, welcome back to what may be the very last episode of Pokemon Red Out of Order. Last time, welcome back to what may be the very last episode of Pokemon Red Out of Order. Last time we got to the Indigo Plateau. My team might still be kind of severely underleveled. My highest right now is level 51, and that's Zapdos. Everyone else is kicking around level 45. I better take a look at everyone and make sure they're ready to go. So we got Koji in here with Body Slam, Amnesia, Rest, and Surf. All good stuff. It's a little bit rainy today. In fact, we might be having the storm of the century, but hopefully the power doesn't go out. If it does, I'll be playing in the dark again. Venusaur looks good. Meow. Okay, I gave Meow Thunderbolt on top of Psychic. His form really isn't useful, but I don't really have a lot of other options. Fish. You know what? These are terrible moves for Mr. Fish. Zapdos is fine. Oscar is fine, but I want to look and see what I have to give these guys a little something extra. I don't see Psywave being good on any of them. Metronome is a crapshoot. Height is all but useless. Can't take anything out, and I also can't withdraw anything. Alright, what can we throw away? How about we throw away an antidote? We can get rid of the card key. Boy, I'm really glad that they fixed this whole system later. Got my TMs in here. Full restore would actually be useful. Do I have some of those in my inventory already? Apparently. want to use PP up on Oscar's Fire Blast, because 5 is not enough. Just to get them out of the inventory. I can get rid of? No. Honestly, I forget which HMs and TMs are which. I think HM01 is cut. I'm actually looking for Surf for my Gyarados. And maybe an extra move, because he's got Tackle. He's still got Tackle. Okay, so Surf for Mr. Fish. Alright, you know what? That's probably enough tinkering. Let's save the game. And get started on the Elite Four. So first off in the Elite Four is, I think, Lorelei, and she is a Ice type user. I think their very first Pokemon is Pokemon is a Dugong, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my Zapdos out front, and hopefully it'll sweep this whole team. Because while Ice is weak to Fire, unfortunately, almost every Ice-type Pokemon in this game is a Ice Water, which means it's Nuclear Fire and will then hit Fire with just water attacks. Stormcrow's a little bit under level, but it's also a legendary Pokemon. Cloyster has no special attack or no special stats, so Thunderbolt should one hit KO it. It's not enough. It's not enough in Pokemon to know the type advantages. You also have to know what the interactions between physical and special stats are. Slowbro. This is still my best option, Slowbro. Slowbro, for example, unlike Cloyster, has a much higher special stat. Apparently not enough to take that, maybe not as high as Dugong, I guess. But Cloyster put all of its stats into defense. I'm gonna let Oscar get some experience here. Fire Blast is your highest hitting fire attack in the game, but its accuracy isn't great, so I'm real glad that it landed the first shot instead of, needing 3 before it would hit. And for Lapras, we will go back to Stormcrow. Lapras is pretty bulky, so it might need 2. And that's a full-on blizzard. Okay, I'm gonna need my first revive already. Landing that blizzard was critical. That was not great. How dare you? Fun thing about the remakes, if you play Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green, I'll stick to a regular revive now. You play Fire Red and Leaf Green, every time you beat Lorelei, you actually caused her to become a little bit more depressed. And you can see this because she has a house in the Sevi Islands. And if you... Oh gosh, Bruno here I think starts with a Onyx, which is the only real place that Carla can shine. Lorelei has a house in the Sevi Islands, and when you go there, she has a Pokédoll collection. And the more often you beat her, the more Pokédolls she buys to add to the collection. So it's kind of like she's, depressed that you keep on beating her, and so she just keeps on buying new dolls in order to get a dopamine hit afterwards. I actually can't believe that I'm outrunning Onyx, because Onyx is Bruno. Someone should tell Bruno that Onyx is really not a good rock ground type Pokemon. Like, Graveler is equivalent in stats, not even Golem, Graveler. The only thing Onyx has going for it is that it's faster than most of the other ones, but let's get me out of here. It's faster than the other ones, but not fast enough to outrun a slow-moving frog thing, I guess? Okay, so fighting is weak to psychic, of course. But I actually don't want to use all of my psychic stuff in here, because next we've got Agatha. And she's got all the ghosts. Oh, that was beautiful. High jump kick is supposed to do significantly more damage than that, but due to programming error, it doesn't. But it was still great to just, dodge the high jump kick. Let's switch back to Garlic and give him a little bit more experience to get here. Champ, we will go back to Stormcrow. Oh my gosh, the champ looks so bad in this sprite. And we'll try the same trick. Critical hit, one hit kill. Perfect. Not a scratch from Bruno. Bruno might actually be the weakest of the Elite Four, so that's not a huge accomplishment. But that's still nice. Alright, Agatha is next. Agatha is... she starts with Gengar. She's got 2 Gengars and a Haunter. I want more information about Agatha and Oak's background, like, together. Because apparently, it sounds like she had a crush on him. It'd be interesting to find out that the two of them, started their Pokemon journeys together or something. Maybe that should have been explored a tiny little bit in the old, oh, that wasn't as much damage as I thought. Isn't that the shade the one that does exactly their level and damage? It looks like it, yeah. Let's go with the Thunderbolt for the rest. Okay. So Thunderbolt was not what I needed. Let's get Koji in here. Koji can sweep. Okay, Dream Eater's actually dangerous here. Or maybe it isn't. So that's 3 amnesias. I should be, like, basically untouchable and doing absolutely massive damage with Surf. So let's see how this works. Koji's gonna try to sweep this whole match. Golbat is whatever. stop with that crap. There we go. Haunter should be next. Koji is all charged up, so... Hang on, Nightshade shouldn't hit. That's a ghost move. Ghosts can't hit normal types. What happened to that? Yeah, Nightshade's weird, though. That's the first withdrawal we've seen on the Elite Four. She withdrew into an Arbok, but... Arbok's gonna try to poison me. The Super Potion did basically nothing. I can one-shot that with, I can take out all the rest of that with the next Surf. I've still got the Poke Flute. If you can use potions, I can use a Poke Flute. Slight issue, and that's that I'm going to want to use rest one more time before this match is over in order to get rid of paralysis. But Haunter and I think Gengar both have premium. I know that Haunter does. I think Gengar does too. They can't actually put me to sleep. She's going to use a potion. She's not going to use a potion. That's fine. Now she used a potion, alright. Bad AI. She should have used a Nightshade. She would have gotten a KO there. Maybe you'll continue to be bad and she'll use Dream Eater while I'm awake now. Toxic isn't actually so bad here. Because if I remember correctly in the first generation, it doesn't have the memory to continue being toxic, to continue being badly poisoned outside of the initial fight. So once this one ends, it's just going to be normal poison. That means if I can get this Surf off, then after this, it's going to be normal poison. Koji's going to go into the next fight with a slight I'm wrong. Okay, we better fix this now. using this last search. You gotta do what you gotta do. I still got 4 in reserve. And the next guy is the dragon guy. Actually, there is got one person I want to use surf on there. That's Aerodactyl. But I've got Mr. Fish in the back. Okay, so how are we doing? We picked up a couple extra levels. I wish that I had a couple of ice moves in here. I regret that I don't. Switch anything out here, so I guess we're just gonna see what happens. Oh, Gyarados. I thought you had Dragonair at first. Okay, yeah, I'm okay with this. Volt. That did significantly less damage than I thought it would do on a Gyarados, but I am 12 points behind. What's up, Cody? Take a ride. I don't think that Dragonair, Dragon type doesn't resist normal damage, and paralysis is really nice. That was perfect. Thank you, Koji. I'll stick with what works. In fact, I'm pretty sure that this one has the exact same moveset as Dragon Rage, Okay, I think I just put Yes, I'll switch. Let's get Mr. Fish out for Aerodactyl. I think Aerodactyl, again, is all physical, so it doesn't have any real resistance to Surf, and is also going to be because it's a rock type. Probably 2 Surfs. Maybe Surf and a half. I don't want to risk tackling doing enough. it's a dragon flying, it's gonna have, Hyper Beam as like its primary attack. If I start seeing how these guys are weak, they're already damaged. Oh, come on, get the poison in. I need the poison. This is gonna suck. Just think of how much damage I could have done with all those poisons. Doesn't resist cut. You know, if I was smart about this, if I thought ahead and said, oh yeah, his only attack is Hyper Beam, wow, that's not very effective at all. If I thought ahead and said, oh, his only attack is Hyper Beam, then yeah, I probably could have just brought a Ghost type and been totally immune. Or, I mean, if it decides to never use an attack, he's going to use a potion or something here soon. Yeah, there's a Hyper Potion all the way back to the front. I don't know what's going on here. I mean, I'd say they were throwing the fight if it wasn't for the fact that Lance just used a Hyper Potion on him. This isn't exciting, but it's definitely amusing. I don't... Oh my gosh. That... I think that's the first time I've ever beat Lance like that. You really can't believe that. Okay, I think if I walk through that door, I immediately get attacked by my rival. And he's gonna start with... I want to use some potions here. want Stormcrow in front. You look all over powerful Pokemon. Assemble teams that could beat any Pokemon type. Yes, but can you beat a whole bunch of different Pokemon types? Okay, good choice. Pidgeot is a solid starting area Pokemon. It will take care of you the entire way through the game. Although Spearow and Fearow are actually a little tiny bit better. I want... boy. I want Koji to fight. Alakazam is the opposite of Cloyster. He is all special. Koji has decent special stats, so he's not going to take a ton of damage. But Body Slam, I think, is going to one-shot. Not quite one-shot Alakazam. Take a Psybeam, and then we can rest, and... oh no! So much for that idea. I should have gone with Oscar in the first place. Rhydon, we'll send Garlic in for him. So oh, okay. I figured that might take two, but I'm good with one. Let's get Oscar back after Oscar doesn't get to play very much. Alright, Oscar, I know he's got 14 levels on you, but I need you to land some hits here. Garage, just sit here and wait for this animation. Alright, let's get that fire button. Let's get that fire blast. Let's get that fire blast. There we go. Let's get that fire blast. There we go. Alright. Took us a little while to get there, but we got there in the end. Gyarados. Yes, definitely change for Gyarados. Let's go back to Stormcrow. Still looking at 2, maybe 3 Thunderbolts, or we could just blow that one out of the water. Was that one... did I start with Meow last time? I might have. Let's keep this running. Because again, big type disadvantage, but... fire spin is just annoying because it stops you from moving, it stops your opponent from doing anything. It just takes a really long time to do. Pretty standard. Okay, fire blast. That's okay. I mean, I'll use my mega move too. This is just for rolls, because they started together, might as well finish together. Fire Blast will probably be a one-hit KO, though. Yeah, I had to let Garlic see him. Alright, go Mr. Fish. Surf is 100 accuracy, so you got this. Alright, and with that, I am now the Elite Four champion, again. I mean, you kinda did. All of your Pokemon have, like, your Rhydon only has normal type moves, dude. Forgotten to treat your Pokemon with trust and love. So this is what I'm going to be talking about in my next video, the idea that ever since the beginning we've been told that Pokemon need to be our partners, not our pets. And yet, we can, the games and anime continue to treat them like pets forever. Hooray, we're Hall of Famers! Gosh, I don't think Mew came out since Lorelei. Could have 5-poked that. It's wild that they give you that, crappy rating in the middle of that. Okay, I'm going to pause the recording here and pick back up after the credits. Alright, we're gonna be back now. We just finished the Elite Four. So what's left? Well, there's not actually any much endgame or postgame in Pokémon Red. So all that's really left in terms of postgame is to finish your Pokédex and to oh yeah, we end up back at home. Is to finish your Pokédex, and that includes catching Mewtwo. So the only area that opens up afterwards the Cerulean Cave, which we can now access. So we're going to catch Mewtwo right after the Elite Four, almost the only thing I'm doing in order. Let's first... Yeah, let's go back to Indigo Plateau first. Try to pick up some extra Ultra Balls. Because I don't really want to use my Master Ball on... I don't need to talk to you, lady. I don't actually need to use my Master Ball on Mewtwo. Necessarily actually want to use the Master Ball on Mewtwo. You can catch him with Ultra Balls, it's just pretty hard. Cerulean City, there we go. And how do I get there? Ah, okay, go back over the Nugget Bridge. By the way, again, if you're playing Pokemon Fire Red Leaf Green, there is a exploit on the Nugget Bridge. There's the one guy that's standing up here in this position on the Nugget Bridge. And if you fight him, when you talk to him, he will give you a nugget. And then if you lose the fight, you can go back and talk to him and get another nugget. So you can get essentially infinite nuggets at the beginning of the game and have as much money as you ever need. Do not attempt to do that during a Nuzlocke run. This is going to get annoying if I'm just going to run around and get exploded all day. You know, it occurs to me that I should probably have some escape ropes. Ooh, it's a Chansey. distance. Use up all my Ultra Balls on a Chansey. Let's improve our odds just a little bit. It's a good thing Chansey's got basically no attack, too, or else that would end up killing it. This Chansey is gonna die. Definitely brought happiness to me. Yeah, I definitely feel like I should have brought some escape ropes in here with me. Repels wouldn't have done anything because Repel only works for stuff lower level than your leading Pokemon. And everything in here seems to be the same level or higher than Stormcrow, who is my strongest. Marowak! Okay, since that wasn't a KO, we'll try to catch it. It throws a bone skillfully like a boomerang to KO targets. Mr. Fish just wanted to flex. Store is nice. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I may have just found the end. Because in order to get to Mewtwo, I didn't find the end. I could have skipped right to here. Because I do remember that you need to surf to Mewtwo. Y'all forgive me for not having the map of a 1996 video game, an optional dungeon committed to memory. Venomoth I've seen in here. I guess this is the Venomoth path. Awesome. Venomoth all the time. Well, I guess I can't get any more paralyzed. shot too. I think it's a one-hit KO move. Maybe a Skrill Peck? No, I think Horn Drill's one-hit KO. Oh, such a long path. Alright, who dies to Electro this time? Okay, come on. Let's get Cody out there, at least 2 steps. At least he can sleep that stuff off. Hey, Chloe! Good to see you. How you doing? I am... Oh, yeah, you better not put my sleeper to sleep. It's going well. In fact, we just finished the Elite Four, about 14 or 15 levels under-leveled. Now I'm taking a look at Cerulean Cave, and it's beating me up. I really regret not bringing any, oh my god, another one. I really regret not bringing any, whatchamacallits, escape ropes with me, because this is a long time to get this deep into the cave. How long have I been playing Pokémon Red? I started playing Pokémon Red. It was actually the first game I ever got on my Game Boy Color. I bought the Game Boy Color in 1999, maybe late 98, specifically to play Pokémon Red. Oh, I don't know what I just did. I did a dumb, that's what I did. Realistically, I don't think that I can catch Mewtwo in, with my current party, because I didn't bring my Master Ball. Again with the growl, that's just rude. You're just making me use up power points. But this time, I'm playing the game out of order. I actually started, my very first badge was, Misty's. I skipped Brock until badge number 7. Seriously, 2 steps is not enough. Let me walk a little bit faster. Come on. That is a huge Parasect. Level 64. That is ridiculously high level. Oh my gosh. Do I play Peak? I don't know what Peak is. Is that a game or is that a is that a game or a challenge mode or what? It's a game like it's fun. I don't know. I've never heard of it. Oh, I love it when they use focus energy. Due to a programming error in the first generation, it does nothing. It just wastes a turn. Guess I'm from the States? Yes, I am from the state of Hawaii, the real-life Alola region. Which is why I'm on here as Alolan Professor. Come on, 3 steps. Let me take a couple of freaking steps in this game. And I guarantee that if I was actually, like, trying to run into more Pokemon, that it just would not. What other games do I play? Well, my big focuses are on Pokemon and Magic the Gathering. I'm not a streamer primarily. I do YouTube videos, largely breaking down the lore for Pokemon, but I stream a little bit of gameplay on the side. Alright, I'm gonna be honest, Cerulean Cave here is taking way the heck longer than I expected it to. So, I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to make it through before it's time to get the kid up and start taking care of him. I play on both PC and console. It depends on the game. Actually, primarily console because my PC is a potato. It is a bog standard office desktop. Wow, that's... I've got very little to deal with Arbok right now. I've got nothing, oh my gosh, that's gonna do like real serious damage. It's a lot of damage for a pretty weak attack. I've been in this cave for like 45 minutes now. I better be getting close to the end. I haven't set up any panels on my channel yet. I have no idea what that means. What the heck is a panel? Like I said, I'm not primarily a streamer. This is not my main focus. All I know is that Twitch annoys me a lot because there's no way that I've been able to find to, oh shoot, this probably still says I'm playing Pokemon Legends CA. Yeah, I can't even figure out how to, like, change that so it announces what I'm about to play until after I'm already streaming. Oh my gosh. is an explosion. Sorry, Mew, you're taking one for the team. Oh my god. If I ever come back in here, I need to bring in a haunter or something just to switch into for all of these electrodes. Oh my god. Oh, you sneaky bastard. That is literally the first Pokemon that didn't... The first Electrode that didn't immediately explode. It sniped first. What the heck? That might be the smartest Electrode in here. It took out 2 of my Pokemon. Oh my gosh, alright. Okay. So my whole team is dead. Let's wake them all up. Wait. I do have an escape rope. Oh man, I'm so smart that I impress myself. Have to use a full restore on Koji. Koji is my linchpin. He is severely underleveled for what we're about to do, but he's realistically the only way that I'm going to have a chance of catching Mewtwo. Boy, that sprite looks big. That's intimidating. All I'm looking for is paralysis. All I'm looking for is paralysis. Yes, baby. He's used 2 recovers, he's got 3 recovers, he's got 10. And I've used 3 amnesias. Let's rest. Yes, I had Discord, but I don't give Discord out over Twitch. I value my privacy. I get too many notifications already. Oh, that was an insane critical hit. Can I get Mewtwo into red? Oh boy. Okay. We got a chance. Ultra Ball, go! Missed. Alright. Try again. So you missed doesn't mean that you can't catch it, it just means that you're at like these critical hits, it just means you're at like a 10% catch rate. Bricks all day. Just using my Ultra Ball Gatling gun over here. Alright! Oh, the alarm doesn't turn off. Alright. It was created by a scientist after years of horrific gene splicing and DNA engineering experiments. You know what? I'm naming my Mewtwo. Let's go. Is there a back there? Yeah. Oh, there's no numbers on here. Yeah, sorry, I'm not adding you on Discord. Every time that someone pops in and says, add me on Discord, they try to sell me something. So... Mewtwo, woo! Alright, so let's get out of here with the escape rope. And what else do we have left? I think the only things that left are Seafoam Islands, for which I'm definitely going to want another escape rope. Let's see if I can get one. And let's sell the nugget that I picked up. Alright, you know what? I'm actually going to end it here today because I don't think that I have time to do Seafoam Islands and the Team Rocket headquarters. So I'm going to save these two for next time. So, thank you guys for joining me. And I will catch you next week for the very last episode of Pokémon Red Out of Order. As always, alola.